Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So, as promised, I had told y'all when I did my video for the best of beauty products or holiday beauty products under $50. I told you there'd be one coming in which I have a few products over $50 that are an amazing deal, that are stellar quality, and so I'm here to bring that to you. Of course, there won't be as much in this video as there was in the one under $50 because obviously it's a lot easier to grab items under $50 than it is over $50. So I have a handful of products, but these are items that really stood out to me this holiday season. Amazing quality, so much fun. And yeah, hopefully this helps you in your quest for those stellar holiday beauty products. So without further ado, let's get started. Okay, the first product I'm going to get out of the way because it's kind of large. I picked up at the VIB Rouge preview event, and it is the Great Brownanza by Benefit. I have been using this thing non-stop since I bought it, and for $59, I think I told y'all in my haul, I did the math, this thing is worth about $120. No joke. Usually they put these claims on here and you're like, yeah, okay, where are you really coming up with that number? Because this is not worth that much. So in this case, oh my goodness, it so is worth it. It says it's worth $151 value. I think I just mentioned 120. When I did the math, I think it came up at about 140 or something along those lines. So this thing is for $59, and if you love Benefit brow products or if you've been interested in trying them out, don't even think twice. This is for you. This is in the shade 5, which is the next to darkest, which is perfect for me because they only came out with 2 shades in this set, shade 3 and shade 5. Shade 3 being more your redhead, lighter brown, shade 5 being your dark brown, and then your shade 6 being like black shade. It's the darkest, and I was thinking that's the one I was going to need to be because my eyebrows are almost black, if not black, and my hair is like medium to dark brown. It's medium brown. Anyways, so I thought, okay, well, they have shade 5, so I guess I'll try that out. It ended up being my shade. It was perfect. So just note that they only have those 2 shades. It is so cute. It's like a little wardrobe. You open it up, and I had to pull out some of the products because I have already been well on my way to using these. So this is what it looks like on the inside. You can tell some of the products are missing. I'll show you what it is, but so you get a full size of the browsings, you get a gimme brow. This brow mapping tool is the one thing I will, I'm never gonna put that to use, so nah. Anyways, so you get those 2, and then you get the Ka-Brow in the full size. It didn't break, so there's a positive. You get a Goof Proof in the full size as well, which is the main thing I had been wanting to try because of that triangular shape. Everyone raves about it in the Anastasia. Everyone raves about it in the Benefit. And you also get a full size of the Highbrow, which is the brow bone highlight, which is really good. Comes like this, and it's kind of like a linen pink shade. It's really nice, and it blends out so easy. It's so creamy. So this thing is amazing. So for all of these full-size products, it was $59. This is such a deal. This is one of those things you don't want to pass up on if you're in the market for brow products. This thing is great. I mean, who can pass up this packaging? Anyways, so then moving on. The next thing I threw out the box for already, but it's the Hourglass Ambient Metallic Strobe Lighting Palette. I had told y'all, I think I did a review for this. I did. That I wasn't crazy about the regular strobe powders by Hourglass. They're just a little too subtle, and I don't do subtle for highlight. I prefer to, if it's subtle, I will try to build it up as much as I can, but I want intense. Anyways, this this palette is incredible. This is nothing like their other powders. They're soft, as known Hourglass to be. But these things really are metallic. They are so high beam. If you're looking for intense highlight, then you found it right here. Now, the price point doesn't agree with everybody. It is $62, but that is in line with Hourglass products. You know, those are more, Hourglass is more of a luxury brand, I think. And so, but if you don't mind the price tag, you love Hourglass products, and you love an intense highlight, this is absolutely for you. It is great, and it is limited edition. The next item I have is the new Becca Après-Ski Glow Face Palette. I know everyone's been saying it the correct way, the Après-Ski, but the Après-Ski Glow palette. So this is the face palette. You know I wasn't crazy about the eye palette, but this is the face palette, and I really, really like this, and this is a great deal. This one is $58. If you are, though, in the market for a Becca highlight, if you want a variety of shades, if you want a variety of face products housed all in one thing, then this is for you. I also did a review of this. Most of these items, except for the Benefit, there is a review on my channel, A Dazzled or Disappointed as you know them to be. So I won't go into a whole lot of detail so that this video isn't super long. Kind of an overview. If you want super detailed information, you can go to my channel and check out those videos. But in essence, this is what it looks like. You're getting 2 of the Shimmering Skin Perfectors, Rose Quartz and Opal. You're getting a new Shimmering Skin Perfector in Icicle. And just so that you know, I layered this over the Fenty Matchstick in Confetti, and wow, it was so winter wonderland. It was perfect. You get copper, what is it called? Blushed copper blush with a light hand. For those of you who are, well, for those of you who are fair, it's going to be too dark. For those of you who are light to light medium, light hand is perfect because I am light neutral and I have to go with a very light hand. And then of course medium, and then when you get into your deep skin tones, it's beautiful. You don't have to use as light a hand. And you get the bronzer in Bronzed Bondi. Somebody corrected me from my video, and I'm so glad you did. I can't remember now what you told me. I think you had said it's like a beach in Australia, perhaps, I think is what you said. So I'm so glad you corrected me. I learned something new because I was, I think, saying Bondi, and it's Bondi. So there's that bronzer. And then you have a blush in Winterberry, which is a new blush. So for those of you on the go, they didn't sacrifice quality by putting together this palette. Now, I've heard people say, oh, the quality is a little bit different. I find them to be, the difference is so ever slight. As far as like the texture, it's slightly more stiff than the regular Shimmering Skin Perfector. You know those are super creamy, but nothing to where I'm like, wow, I see a plain difference. No, it's ever so slight that this, I think, is the best way to go. If you don't have any of the compacts, grab this. It's such a great deal. You get all of these housed in one. There you go. You saved yourself room in your suitcase. Bam. All right, guys, next we have the Huda Beauty Desert Dusk palette. I am hardly ever disappointed with Huda products. I love this palette. It's unique. She's got special shades in here. You know I'm all about those special shades. Her packaging, why is it always so pretty? This is so, so nice. She changed it up from her rose gold palette. She, you know, removed that clear thing that is easily breakable when you do travel and replaced it with this beauty right here. She always puts herself on her packaging, and I am so okay with that because she's so pretty. And then they like foil certain areas that it's like, oh my goodness, this is so pretty. I'm so about the packaging, and y'all know that. Anyways, this palette is beautiful. Has the mirror, as the last one did not, but I love this. They blend like a dream. They apply so beautifully. You've got one super standout, chunky, sparkly shade, and then you've got a couple that seem to be the trend this season. So Retrograde and Twilight are probably my 2 favorites, which probably most people would say. Let me give you like the 3 duochrome standout shades. So that's those 3 right there. So it is Celestial, Twilight, and Retrograde. And oh my goodness, hold on. I'm trying to move too quick here, and I gotta wipe down my hand. There we go. Okay, so now, these are meant to be more toppers than anything. However, I used Retrograde as just a wash of, so I did my crease, I did a little bit on the outer lid, and then just, instead of using it as a topper, I just used it across my lid, and oh goodness, it was so pretty. In the sunlight, it was like I was wearing a disco ball on my eye, and it's not that chunky glitter. It's like just a shimmer within the eyeshadow. I didn't have fallout. It blended like a dream. These mattes, when you swatch them, I have found Huda mattes to be very, they can be very dry and stiff, but they apply with a brush. They blend and apply very, very nicely. So don't let that deter you. This is such a standout product for me for the holidays. I want to say this one was $58. I think I may have already mentioned that. But I definitely would recommend this as a high quality item for the holidays to pick up. Let's see. I've got 2 items left. I told you there wouldn't be a whole lot. This is probably, I think this is hands down, well, hands down, and I think, that's kind of an oxymoron. Hands down, this is my favorite holiday product of the season, and it's the Urban Decay Heavy Metals. I'm surprising myself by saying that because it's been a really long time since I have said I am over the moon for an Urban Decay eyeshadow palette. This is hands down the best, blah, blah, blah. Urban Decay was my favorite back in the day. My very first eyeshadow was one of the token eyeshadows, and it was in the shade Vapor, and it was when I was in high school. I think I was a freshman. That was my first eyeshadow ever. And I fell in love with Urban Decay then and there. After that, I got the Ammo palette. Do you remember that one? Urban Decay could do no wrong. Well then, for the past maybe 2 or 3 years, I just really have not been super impressed with Urban Decay products. This was a game changer for me. It's everything I could have wanted. It's like they made it just for me. Which they really didn't. I know that sounds so vain and I don't mean it to. This thing is everything a standout shade lover could want. If I could get this thing out of the box. It is so, on the eyes, it's so glowy, so intense. The pigmentation is crazy. The creaminess is out of this world. I love that it's not your typical eyeshadow palette. It slides out. Again, review on my channel if you want to go check it out. Mirror in the center, and then you've got jewel tones on one side, you've got neutrals on another. These things are amazing. I just can't get enough. So I'm going to swatch a couple for you so that you can take a look at their intensity. I'm going to swatch 2 of the, well, one's a silver, but 2 of the jewel tones, and then let me go into a couple of the neutrals. And these things, if you want like a glow for your eye, oh my gosh, this is it on another level. Look at this payoff. It's crazy. And I hardly, like, I just had to swirl a couple of times. There wasn't really any digging. These are incredible. If you want a perfect holiday look, this is for you. This is like, you just put this on, layer it with some glitter on top or something, and you are good to go for your holiday party. This is just, I really can't say much more than what I've already said. Hands down, the best holiday product for me. It's $55. I think it was like $59 with tax. Absolutely worth it. However, I don't see it selling out anytime soon. So if I were you, I would wait for the VIB Rouge. If you are a Rouge, the VIB sale is coming up for 20% off from the 3rd to the 6th, and again from the 10th to the 15th. So Rouges get 2 times to be able to access the sale. And then I believe VIB get the sale from the 10th to the 15th. So 20% off of $55, save yourself 11 bucks. This is truly a steal at that price. Don't hesitate, pick it up. Lastly, the you might know that this is coming just because you know I love glitter standout shades. I just mentioned that. Of course, I have to put in here the Fenty Galaxy eyeshadow palette. It's kind of gotten some hit and miss reviews, but for me, it's a standout piece that I really have to have in my collection. So this is what it looks like. Attracts fingerprints like crazy. That's okay. It's beautiful. But I love it because of all of the glitter shades. You know, you're never going to be able to please everybody. You're always going to have 2 sides of the fence. You're going to have the people who are like, oh, but this palette didn't come with a transition shade, with a black liner shade, you're always going to have people who want their mattes in there, who want just a one-stop shop within their palette. Then you're going to have people like me who say, you know what, there are enough of those palettes out there. I want something that gives me everything stand out, shimmer, sparkle, disco ball, all in one palette. I don't want to have 1 or 2 standout shades over the course of 10 palettes. I want to have 10 to 15 standout shades all in one palette. And this delivers that for me. So this is what that looks like. You've probably seen this before. If you're curious as to how this compares to the Moondust palette, I did a comparison on my review. So head that way. In essence, if you have the Moondust palette, they perform very, very similar, almost identical. Difference is that you get more shades on here. In fact, the Moondust is almost even a little bit more shiny and pigmented. So there are some amazing shades. The Moondust formula by Urban Decay is great. I do love it. And so I do love that palette, but I love this one because there is more to work with. I think that one has 8, and this one has, I want to say it's like 14 14. It's got 14 shades, so you've got a ton to work with. Now there's a handful that are opaque enough to use on their own. Most of the, or all the others are more of a topper to make any other shadow just pop like a disco ball, pop like a Christmas tree, whatever. This thing is so good. So I really would recommend it if you are into the glittery, super sparkly shades. It's really, really a good deal. And with the fact that they're all coming out this year, you know, this one and then the heavy metals, there's no mattes in there. Who knows when we're gonna, those of us who love this type of shadow, who knows when we're gonna see something else like this. This is our opportunity to pick up these once in a lifetime, what seems like items with these standout shades. So guys, and I can't remember if I told you how much this one is. I think it was 58 or 59. As you know, I will link down below in the description box the item. I'll list the name of the item, the price, and then the link for where you can pick it up if it's still available, and I believe all this stuff is still available. So guys, that brings me to the end of this video. 4 items over $50 that were standout beauty products for me this holiday season. When I say over 50, I mean you could tell there was nothing in the $70 range. This was all in the 50 to 60 range. So not too bad. Guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope it's been helpful for you. Again, if you are looking for those standout products under $50, I do have a video for that as well. Go check that out. There are some really, really great releases, great items that these brands have been releasing. Honestly, in the $20 to $25 range. So I have a few of those that I have been loving. So hopefully you find these 2 videos helpful, especially now that the Sephora sale is right around the corner. Today's verse comes from Galatians 1, 3 through 5, and it says, "Grace and peace to you from God our Father and the Lord Jesus Christ, who gave himself for our sins to rescue us from the present evil age, according to the will of our God and Father, to whom be glory forever and ever. Amen." Guys, thank you again for watching. I will see you very, very soon. Take care of yourself, and we'll talk again. Bye.